Hi, I'm Burroughs, here today with Pottery Barn to show you our favorite spring brunch at Turnbull Wine Cellars. Today we're going to show you two of my favorite pizzas. Our pizza making process all starts with the dough. Here at Turnbull Wine Cellars, we like to start our dough about 48 hours in advance. But if you don't have time at home to make your dough, you can buy your dough from your local pizza shop or local grocery store. When making our pizzas, it's imperative that we have all our ingredients prepped and ready to go. Pizza cooking is a very quick process. So for my asparagus, I like to cut them slightly on the bias to create a more interesting look. I cut them into about 2-inch pieces here and then discard the root end. So I'm going to take my pizza peel right here and I'm going to dust it with a little bit of flour, and I'm going to pick up my dough. And for this pizza, I'm going to use a square shape. And what I want to do is I want to try and pinch off about 1/4 inch of the pie at the edge to create that lip on my crust. And it's okay, if you do end up getting a hole in your pizza dough, you can always fold it over and just close up that hole. I'm gonna start off by adding a very thin layer of olive oil, which will create a barrier from the tomato sauce and keep that crispy quality that we expect in a great pizza dough. So now that I have a nice coating of olive oil on top of my pizza, I can take my tomato sauce, and remember, when you're using a tomato sauce on a pizza, you want to create a thin layer. If you go too thick with the tomato sauce, you're going to end up with a soggy dough. I'm not going for uniformity. I want people to know when they eat this pizza that it was homemade. I'm going to start with our cheese, because the highlight of this pizza is really that prosciutto, the asparagus, and the balance and harmony that they bring with the egg. Next, we're gonna add our asparagus and we're gonna artfully lay that across our pie. Next, we're gonna add our prosciutto. I like to take my nice long strips and place them across my pie. To complete this pie, I'm gonna add 2 farmhouse eggs to the top. And I've created a little pocket for each egg to nestle into. And just for a little bit of extra insurance, I like to give my pizza a little jiggle and make sure it's gonna move on my board. And then in one smooth move, I'm gonna center my pizza and just slide it off my peel. So now that my pizza's been done in about 3 minutes, I'm gonna pull it off onto my cutting board, and I'm gonna add a little bit of fresh cracked pepper, and I'm gonna cut it and get it ready to transfer onto my platter. So what I love about this second pizza is that you really are starting with a blank canvas, and you could even create this second pizza a day in advance if you wanted to. So I'm going to start off with a simple layer of creme fraiche, spreading it evenly across, and then I'm going to take my cream cheese and add just little dollops. Next I'm going to add my smoked salmon, and we just want to sort of roll it in such a way that it almost looks like a tulip blossoming. A little bit of chive, followed by some caper. We're going to bring in our eggs that we've just freshly scrambled. We're going to top all this off with just some freshly chopped dill. And to finish it all off, just a nice little sprinkling of fresh cracked black pepper. For the brunch pizzas that we created for you today, I love to pair our Turnbull Viognier with our first pizza. I think the heartiness of the Viognier really stands up to that prosciutto and the tomato sauce. But for our second pizza with smoked salmon and egg, I like to pair our Turnbull Sauvignon Blanc. It's got nice, bright, fresh, crisp acidity that really balances against that fresh salmon. I hope you guys enjoy these wonderful brunch treats we've created for you today. And for more information, go to potterybarn.com or turnbullwines.com.